Welcome to Two Birds, One Show on the BGSE Network at 10 p.m. Eastern every Thursday night. We are DeeTer and RicT, and we talk about Philly sports and craft beer.
Hey, how's it going out there? It's Two Birds, One Show. I'm DeeTer. That's my buddy Ricky.
Yo.
We do the show. We talk about craft beer and sports. So we'll start with craft beer, talk about that, have some sports.
Amongst other things.
Yeah, and grab another beer and finish off with some sports. So
I believe last week I was in here rapping.
Yeah, you were. Yep.
That was a monumental episode. Anybody wants to go back and watch last week's? It's a funny one. I did actually rap.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was fun.
Rapping.
Yeah, listen, it's a gift.
It was a draft show, so you need a little rapping. Yeah. So we'll be taking it light today. Gonna let you probably take over the most the draft picks and go about that.
All right.
I'm gonna start off with Big Citra Vibes by Other Half.
Nice.
6.5. A little lighter than my usual. And then really nice tasting beer.
Nice. What's the ABV on it?
Beautiful glass. 6.5. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, just a nice little chill vibe beer.
You know, like chillax.
Here we go. Got a comment here. Greg. Word up, gents. Going dry tonight, feeling under the weather. Oh, wow.
What's up, big dog? Hope you feel better, kid.
Yeah, I hope you feel better.
Also, big shout out to one of our regular listeners and a good friend of ours, Bonnie. Happy birthday today. Enjoy them beers. Happy birthday.
At the bar, you guys are all partying up there.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice party over there at the bar.
Ant said, ready for more beer draft talk. Greetings. Okay.
Yeah, what up, Ant?
Oh man.
So
what are you drinking there?
Tonight, going with a Treehouse beer.
Nice.
Shocker. And you know, it's one I don't think I've ever had before. It's called Lily of the Valley.
Lily of the Valley. Okay.
It's 8.2%. It's too dark in here to read this fine print. But I took a sip or two before we got going. Definitely getting that Southern Pacific hops vibe, you know, New Zealand hops. I think I'm picking up, you know, some Nelson hops. I'm getting that musty white wine grape on the nose.
Nice. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, great color. I mean, yeah, it's fantastic. I don't know exactly what blend of New Zealand hops they're using, but I can definitely tell it's New Zealand hops. I mean, the flavor, the nose all day. I mean, like I said, I'm getting that, you know, white wine grape, maybe, you know, little gooseberry, slightly earthy, you know, probably a little bit of apricot. It's nice. It's good beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got Ant saying drinking Pizza Boy Citrus Flip.
Nice.
Similar to DeeTer. Okay.
That's cool.
Generously hopped. Yeah, I would say, man, this Citra double dry hop vibes, double dry hop Citra vibes, pretty good, man.
Nice.
Lower beer.
Yeah, Other Half does Citra really well. They do the Citra hop really, really well.
Yeah, they're Citra, and then I like their Mosaic, like Daydreams and stuff like that. Their Mosaic is really good too.
Yeah, man. Other Half's one of the OGs, the legends in the hazy craft beer game. You know, originated up there in Brooklyn. Now he's since expanded to a bunch of spots, even one here in Philly. If anybody's new to the show or new to the craft beer game, Other Half puts out fantastic haze.
Y'all there for years. Brooklyn, man. I remember lining up there early in the morning, man. Me and my buddy Al, we sitting there for hours, man, waiting for beers. But they were cool, man. They'd be like, hey, you guys might be able to get this case. You guys down there, you won't be able to get this case. They had like a list of how many cases they had, and they would count out the people. And I think it was maybe a case per person or something weird like that. You know what I mean? So they were able to judge what beers you can walk away with at one point in line. So
yeah, I remember the time I went up with you. I think I got 2 cases, and somehow I ended up somehow getting, I missing a 4-pack. Some whatever. It was a long story.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but we were all mixed up. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
that.
it was all right.
That
It was a
bad.
good time and good beers, and definitely
Yeah.
worth doing. But
yeah, sorry about that, man. I don't know what happened
dude,
there, but
dude,
everybody's like, it's like mayhem, dude. Like everybody had their dollies with beers and such, dude.
I don't care about that. I'm not worried about that, dude. Please, man. If someone else got a 4-pack, man, I hope they enjoyed it. And that was like what 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
By the way, Peter, you owe me a 4-pack of other half. No, I'm joking.
Aunt brought up that I cleaned up, trimmed my beard. Yeah. Summertime. It's more aerodynamic for cutting grass. Got to breathe a little bit.
Word up. Yeah, I'm actually I'm getting a little woolly right now. This is long for me up top. I actually go get my hair cut on Friday. And by the way, shout out to the girl that cuts my hair. She does an awesome job. Her name is Lily, and I'm drinking Lily of the Valley. Just a coincidence. I didn't even combine the two, but you're talking about trimming up. I think I'm going to shave it all off. I'm going to just start fresh, take it down to a 2, trim it down.
Oh, shoot. God, man.
So yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna be trimming up the man fuzz in about 2 days.
Yeah, it's too hot out for that. Fucking shit,
man. Like I said,
I've been trimming trees and fucking planting plants and all that crap, dude. Like, yeah, it had to get cut down.
Yeah, I went out last weekend and started my first episode of lawn work, and I was out there for a bunch of fucking time, and it gets hot and fucking itchy, and so yeah, I'm gonna trim mine up and get going too. But also I don't know if Sue's watching. She's probably passed out, but a couple people are coming up with some names with the fish. I know Greg shouted out.
I ain't naming my damn fish, dude.
Sue said Sue had to go. I can't remember right now. Oh man,
you guys are crazy, man.
Oh,
you're crazy.
Man, Greg. I think Greg, if you're watching, what was your name for one of the fish? So I know a lot of times, we'll sit and shoot the shit for a while, but if you know me, I'm a big draft Nick. I love the NFL draft. I watch a ton of college football. I've been doing it for years. I save all my draft stuff over the years, and I just really enjoy it. So tonight, I just I don't know if it's going to bore people or not. Maybe there's some draft geeks out there like me watching. But I did a quick little rundown of all the guys the Eagles drafted, and just a quick bit of information.
We do have a coin name here. Hold on. You guys are crazy, man. Bonnie said here fish names Coy George.
That's a good one. That's all you. I remember I forgot the name, but she told me the other day. I was like, I know I should write it down.
I don't know if it's Nemo Dory. I don't know.
I think Greg said Osama Bin Laden. I think is what it was.
Too much, man. You guys are too much. Yeah, I try not to get too attached, man, because we get some bad winners in Jersey, and I don't know if they're going to be popping up the next year, So
yeah, but it's not like not like you're eating them, though. I mean, it's okay to get. Yeah. How long you had them? 5 years?
Close to it. Yeah.
I think it's about time. I know any animal that stays in my house for more than a week got 57 nicknames. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got my hound dog. She's got 10 different names. I call her. Same with the cat. The cat's like Alan Rickman. When it looks at you, it's like fucking his name. It's like, there you are. You. Yeah, but you're drunken slut.
My cat doesn't know. My cat doesn't know his name for shit. I mean, like,
Really?
called it. Yeah, it does not know its name at all. Dude.
Really? How long you had it?
Only about over a year, I think, right?
What,
Something like that.
What do you call it?
It's Coco. Yeah.
And it doesn't know?
Yeah, but I also call it like Bud or Buddy. This, yeah, I mean, I call it all sorts of names.
You give it nicknames. Like,
yeah,
my hound dog, I mean, she's been Hound Deezy for years. So
Yeah.
a lot of times I just call her Deezy. Her name, just because it was Hound Dog, and then I call her Hound Deezy, and now it's morphed to just Deezy. Like when we're out walking, I'm, come on, Deezy. You know what I mean? So, and that's not even her name. But
Yeah.
that's she goes by. She's like, oh, I got you. She goes by it. But you got the name. You got the name them. What do you got? 7 of them? 8 of them? 9?
5. I only got 5. 5. Yeah.
All right. So you got Osama Bin Laden, and you got Coy George.
People don't want to hear about my damn coys. Let's talk about the draft. God
Dude, America is captivated, DeeTer. I was going to call one of them Charlie Chuckles.
Charlie Chuckles, huh? All right. All right, man. Let's get on this draft.
All right. Well, all right. So let's start out. All right. So I'm all geeked out. I love the draft. I get so fucking excited. I watch almost every minute of I could. So this year's, well, because we'll be watching this 10 years from now and be like, hey, remember we talked about that and that player turned out like that. So this is what's cool. First round, I really like the pick. We actually, it was a weird way. Eagles picked at 32 because that's where the Super Bowl champions pick. Anybody watching? Reminder, Eagles are Super Bowl champions. They pick at 32. We ended up picking at 31, trading with the team we just beat in the Super Bowl, Kansas City, because someone I think was going to try to cock block us to jump ahead and trade to get the guy we wanted. And I think Howie knew that. So he traded up one spot from 32 to 31. We gave a 5th-round pick to Kansas City, and we took a guy I can't believe was there at 31 in Jihad Campbell out of Alabama. I mean, you're talking about awesome. This guy's got a top 10 grade. I mean, top 10 of all players in the country. Probably, probably the second best linebacker in the country next to Abdul Carter. And he was sitting there at 31. Now, I get it. There's slight injury concern. I know a little bit shoulder, but I know listen, our medical doctors on the Eagles team are meticulous. Same thing was said about Landon Dickerson when he came out of Alabama. And listen, the guy's been nothing but a stalwart. I mean, rarely misses any time. So I got confidence in Eagles doctors. So they got Jihad Campbell, 6'3", 244 Alabama. Dude, he moves like a safety. You can play him all over the field. Play him inside. You can play him outside. Reminds me a lot of Micah Parsons for the Cowturds. And that's actually a compliment. And he's a local kid from Sicklerville, went to Timber Creek.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah, so I really like that.
Now, here's the thing. Last year we got Trotter. We were happy to get Trotter because he was Trotter Jr. Kind of like almost like the Eagles local vibe type of thing. Now, do you think that's what we want with this guy to have that local vibe, or you think that he is the real deal?
I think the fact that he's local in this instance is just a coincidence. Like I said, DeeTer, this guy is a top 10 talent. You're going to remember this day 4 years from now. You're like, holy shit, this guy is a fucking beast. Listen, I like Bond a lot, right? I do. Right. He's better. Nice. He's better. And Zach Bond, damn near one defensive player. DeeTer, this guy's really fucking good, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's the first pick. Second pick. Second round, kind of surprised by this pick because I brought up on the show, and anybody that listen, even when I would go on Trending in the AM, my boy Phil Stiple's show, I would always say we got to get a tight end in this draft. It's a deep draft class for tight ends. There's some great talent. I thought for sure we'd go tight end here. I was really hoping for Mason Taylor out of LSU. But he didn't, because I know all the talk was Dallas Goedert's going to get traded. We're going to release him. No, I don't like that. I love Dallas Goedert. I hope it doesn't happen. But with that, everybody talking about that, I'm thinking they got to draft a tight end. Calcaterra is a nice backup, but he's a backup. He can't block to save his fucking life. He's a solid pass catching tight end, but I like Calcaterra, but he's a backup, right? So either I hope you re-sign or restructure Dallas Goedert, or I can't believe you didn't take a fucking tight end this whole draft. The whole fucking draft. Even their practice squad, they didn't bring a tight end in.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy.
So I digress. I move on to my second pick. It was Andrew Makuba, safety out of Texas, who, by the way, another guy. College-wise, the guy is just a beast, man. I mean, you talk about guys who just like laying the fucking bricks, laying the hits. It sucked we lost CJGJ, but this dude will hit just like, right there with him. Andrew McCube is a hitter. I think he's a little undersized, about 6 foot, 190, 195. Good 40. He runs a 4.39 40. He had 5 interceptions this past year at Texas on a really good Texas team. 69 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. He's got top tier speed, and he's got impressive ball skills. He's a ball hawk. At least he was this year. He had 5 picks, and he's a big hitter. He's not afraid to get his nose into it, dude. He will come up almost. I'm not comparing him. I'm just saying Brian Dawkins-esque, where he's willing to come up and put his nose in and get dirty and hit people. And that I like a lot about Makuba.
I missed a comment from the last guy, Campbell. Ant said he's from his son's high school in Timber Creek. So that's cool. Shout out to Timber Creek High School.
Yeah, so I just said, Timber Creek.
I didn't see his comment. I want to
that's cool.
Put that up there. Yeah. But
and listen, I don't think it was intentional, but I like that the kid's local because listen, I saw the interviews and I mean, kid comes from a good family, man. Good people. He seems like a well-spoken, respectful, like. He gives off the vibe where in 4 years he might be one of the captains on a defense. Like he's got like leadership, vibes to him, almost like a Jeremiah Trotter Senior, whatever. But yeah, Jahad Campbell's the real deal, man. I still can't believe he was there at 31. We got really lucky to get him there.
I'm sorry I cut you off about the safety. We pick up
Andrew Makuba out of Texas. Yeah, like I said, he's a guy who flies all over the field. He's got good speed. He's not afraid to get his nose dirty. He'll go up and hit you. And I just think I don't want to compare him to Brian Dawkins. That's too big a shoot. So when I say this, people don't look back 10. I'm not saying he's Brian Dawkins, but he's got the Brian Dawkins like tendencies where he'll come up and punch you in the mouth. And he ain't a big dude.
Nice.
So,
do you think that we needed a safety? Was that a good fill there?
Well, listen, DeeTer, I think we needed a tight end. Like I said, I think you should have went. I love Howie, but I think he drastically misread the board right there. I really do. Yeah. The tight ends were starting to go. There was starting to be a run on them. It was time to get one, and he went safety. It makes no fucking sense to me. Now, he got a really fucking good safety, but a safety nonetheless. I would have rather had a tight end. I feel like it's a more important position. Now, that's saying if you decide you're not keeping Goddard. If they turn around tomorrow and say, hey, we restructured Goddard, he's here for the next 3 years, then okay, I understand. Then you have Goddard and Cafeteria. And maybe that's what they're up to. You know what I mean? And then we'll say, okay, well, we still have Goddard and Cafeteria, and we just won a Super Bowl with them. And second Super Bowl in 3 years with both of them. So if that's the case, I'm okay with not drafting a tight end there. Yes, I didn't think we'd take – go ahead, sorry.
And said, he could also play nickel. He could also be a nickel.
Yeah, he can play nickel, and actually, it's good point, Ant. Great point. He can play some nickel. We actually have a few guys in this draft that can play in the slot. But with that being said, Cooper DeJean is our nickel, and by the way, in his rookie year, one of the best nickels in the league. And Vic Fangio loves Cooper DeJean. So Cooper DeJean, guess what? And anybody with the visions of grandeur that Cooper DeJean's going to move outside corner and start ain't happening. It ain't happening. Vic Fangio loves him in the nickel, and guess what? That's his best suited position. So, yeah, he can play nickel, but I don't think he will very often. Maybe he'll get in dime packages in that sense. He might end up being a starter. Who knows?
Nice. So, 2 good picks. You feel like that was like a talent pick on that safety? Like,
yes. I think he was, and I think you can do this as Super Bowl champions. They were drafting best player available instead of for a need.
I mean, when you got the talent already to get to the Super Bowl, you're just like filling in spots here and there.
Peter, and I'll say this: their first 2 picks, you took 2 defensive studs. Yeah, like this awesome, defense is going to be really good for a long time. Like, and really fucking nasty.
I've heard nothing but good reviews about this. Everybody's saying I'm giving it great again.
I'm giving a B. and I only am doing that because of tight end. Now, like I said, if they end up extending Goddard, then I'll change it to an A. But I only give it a B because they didn't get a tight end. But yeah, it's a great draft. And listen, remember I was saying the first two players you got were defensive studs.
Right.
The next pick you got is another one, and this, by the way, probably is my favorite pick of the draft. And shout out to my boy Mikey Rozier. He's from his alma mater. He's a Nebraska Cornhusker. This is my boy Ty Robinson. I delved into a lot of homework on this dude. By the way, was teammates with Cam Jurgens, our stud center, and they're good friends. Cool. So that's a good thing. There's a connection there. By the way, Ty Robinson, D tackle, 6'5", 296. Dude is that monster.
6'5", wow.
6'5", 296. And by the way, he came out. He said what his nickname in college was. Probably my favorite nickname in all sports right now, the Vanilla Gorilla. Dude, I love it, dude. He was like, my nickname was the Vanilla Gorilla. I'm like, I love it, dude. Shit. Greatest nickname in college. By the way, all Big Ten this past year. Very versatile. You can play him outside the tackle and inside. He's a guy that even at that size can still rush the passer, a la Milton Williams. I think this is kind of Milton Williams 2.0. I think if they were going to draft saying we need to replace Milton Williams, I think they did a really good job of it. This kid's a fucking stud. And listen, all his intangibles are great too. Like I said, he's good friends with Cam Jurgens. That's a plus. And even he's studying. Do you know what he's going to be when he retires from football? He's a pediatrician. Huh. He's going to help kids. Listen, if you're helping kids or animals, man, you are A+ in my book, dude. All day, every day, you're doing God's work. So shout out to him for that. God bless. And what a quietly a steal pick right there for Howie. And I think that was in the 4th round because I think we traded out of the third. I don't think we had a 3rd round pick this year. I think we traded out of it. So yeah, Ty Robinson, D tackle out of Nebraska. Shout out to Mikey Rozier, a fellow Cornhusker, and Cam Jurgens. So I love that pick. 4th pick. Nice. I don't. I'm not saying I don't understand the 4th pick position wise. I'm not burying the kid. I'm saying I don't know a lot about him. But 4th pick, we took Mac McWilliams. Cool name. Call him Mackie Mac, MC squared, whatever. But he's a cornerback out of University of Central Florida, 5'10", 185. I don't know a ton about him. I didn't watch a lot of UCF football. From what I could gather, it's a depth position that he might good chance he plays some special teams, especially if Keely Ringo moves over to the starting outside corner alongside Quinyon Mitchell. You're going to need a new gunner on special teams. So maybe that's filling that position. Maybe it's not gunner. Maybe he's just going to be a good special teams player and hopefully molding the starter. What I've written down about him, he's got a really good 40 time. I think he ran a 4.4 in the 40, which means the kid's got fucking ton of speed. You can't teach speed. And he played inside and outside. He played the nickel and the outside. So he's versatile, can play special teams, and he's got great speed. So that's Mac McWilliams out of UCF. I just can't wait to come up with I'm going to say MC squared. I think it's going to be his nickname. So anybody want to send GoFundMe or Venmo me money for coming up with nickname, I greatly appreciate it.
So Central Florida. Cornerback there.
Yep. Next pick. Kind of quiet under the radar pick. Didn't see it coming. Didn't think they'd go here. But they went with Smile Mondon, the linebacker from Georgia. So now we got another Georgia Bulldog. Shout out. I love Bulldogs. Miss you, Gracie. My Bulldog, I love her so much. So yeah, again, all choked up thinking about my old Bulldog. So yeah, now we got 6 or 7 Georgia Bulldogs on this defense that were a part of what could be the single best college defense of all time. You got 7 players from it. So shout out to Howie for that alone. Well played, sir. This guy's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers.
We're going on a.
All right, so
we're going on a.
So Smile Mondon, 6'2", 233, played a lot of inside linebacker at Georgia. But he's a guy who plays inside and outside and the nickel. So that's two more guys I just said also can play in the nickel. So he's very versatile. He's very fast sideline to sideline. He doesn't get caught up in blocks too easily. He's got great range. He can be trusted in open space and in coverage, which you can't always say that about all linebackers. So that I like. And I think this is a guy that Vic Fangio is going to mold in his system. And I think this guy down the road is going to probably be a very productive player on this team. Next pick. I like this pick. Didn't see it coming again, but I like depth in the trenches. Wars are won in the trenches. It's Drew Kendall, the center from Boston College, son of, by the way, Pete Kendall, former first-round pick in the NFL, really good NFL player. The thing I'll say about dude, you just got probably one of the top two centers in all college football quietly. And like, what was that the fifth round? When you already have a top two center in all football, this guy he's got great toughness, intelligent technique. When you have a dad that is a pro player, an NFL player already, he learned well. I love, you know me, I love getting guys with NFL genes. It works out really well almost always. He's first team All ACC this year. Second fastest short shuttle time at the combine. This guy's really good. I was shocked he could be a starter in a year or two on almost every other team in the league. So now I don't know if they're going to slide him over to guard. I like Tyler Steen, but we'll see. Whatever you did, you just got really good depth on your inside offensive line. Drew Kendall's really good. I think he'll be a really good player. And hey, it's also depth. If God forbid, Cam Jurgens gets hurt or something. So I love that pick. It's a quiet pick that they didn't talk a lot about, but it's one of them. 10 years from now, you're like, wow.
He's a center/guard, dude. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, like,
and he comes from NFL genes, and
right.
I mean, he tested out second fastest in the short shuttle run. Now for offensive linemen, that's a big thing, man. Like it's
you want a quick guard, man.
Combine, he had the second fastest short shuttle run. I mean, that's very impressive. Comes from NFL genes. He's incredibly tough and smart.
Listen, I'm gonna drop some knowledge. I played guard in high school. And when you got to do the pulls and stuff like that, you got to be quick, man. You got to get a nice little shot out to push them out, man. Yep.
I mean, quick. Yep. So I love this pick. Drew Kendall. Everybody remember that name. And I'm a Cam Jurgens fan. I'm not saying anything like that, but big fan. Boom. Next pick. Kind of surprising to me, but I'm glad we did because I actually wanted them to draft this dude.
Crazy, dude.
Kyle McCord. Quarterback out of Syracuse, originally was with Ohio State. Another South Jersey kid. I think he's from Mount Holly.
Cool.
Yeah. What did he do this year, you ask? He led all college football in passing yards with almost 5,000 yards. He set the ACC single season passing yard record.
Oh, that's awesome.
4 TDs, 12 INTs. Listen,
dude,
I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan, but the Eagles are a quarterback factory.
Yeah, we already have a good backup too, right?
Like dude.
The dude that we have last year, our backup.
Tanner McKee, dude, by the way, is the next Tom Brady. I called it. He's the next Tom Brady. Cool. This kid, God forbid Hurts goes down this year, gets injured, we'll still win a Super Bowl with Tanner McKee. Boom. It's a Ricky rant. You better record it because it's gone. Right? It's probably boom.
We're going on a
all right, stop. All right, there you go.
So that was an exciting pick for me. I'm a big Kyle McCord fan. I actually quietly really somehow hoped they'd get him. I didn't think there was any chance. I think when all said and done, he's either the best quarterback out of this class or the second best. Real quick, and I wanted to bring up a thing too. Speaking of quarterbacks, you know who the Eagles were about to take there? Shedeur Sanders. And the Browns knew that, and they traded up one pick in front of us and took him. And I'm going to say this about Shedeur Sanders. It was a dick move, whatever the guy that called him and said, you're drafted. They fined him and his dad a bunch of money. It was embarrassing for the fans. Listen, it sucks on both sides. But the kid,
what was that about? Dude?
I know it was terrible, and I feel bad for Shedeur. But It just
but he played it off pretty calm.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, he said that's childish or something like that.
Yeah. Well, you know what it was? It's kid being a kid. It was stupid. It was a dickhead move. And Shador handled well. And I wish Shador the best. He got buried. People were tearing this kid apart. Listen, he's a kid. He just wants to go and play quarterback. So what? His dad's famous. Let him go play. He's probably going to end up being the best quarterback on that Cleveland roster. I mean, seriously, like everybody's burying a kid. I feel bad for him.
It's tough to have a career in Cleveland, though, man. Oh my god!
I know you're right. That's where quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah,
I know you're right, DeeTer. That's a good point.
That and the Jets, it's like you're done, dude. You're toast. It sucks.
Yeah. Well, it sucks for them, not for us. Listen, we paid our fucking dues. I'm not over here, hey, that's you fix it. Listen, I'm an Eagles fan. I went through the hardest of hard times, so I never feel about it. Figure it out.
And said how many QBs do the Browns have?
5, I think.
5? Oh shit.
Right now, I mean, it won't come start of the season. They'll probably have 3 and then a practice squad.
Oh shit. So he's going against fucking 4 other quarterbacks on the Browns.
Well, our boy Kenny Pickett, if Eagles fan,
yeah, right.
Eagles just won a Super Bowl. He's on there too. And you got Mr. Massage, Deshaun Watson. He's over there at the rub and tug, chilling all the time. You know what I mean? Getting in trouble. Yeah, wow. What are you doing, dude?
Wow, fuck! I can't believe they drafted Shador too, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. And they drafted the starting quarterback out of Oregon 1 round before they drafted Shador.
What the fuck are the Browns doing?
It's the Browns,
hell are they doing?
They're the Giants of the Midwest.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, dude, that's like a Giants move right there.
Yeah, dude.
Add another quarterback. Just add another one.
Yeah.
Hey, it'll work.
And no offense to Kenny Pickett, ain't none of them that good. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
they're all good. They're all better than me.
Oh yeah. Oh, buddy Jeff, dude. Hey.
Yo, Jeff. What's up, buddy?
Shador counts as 3 QBs in his mind. Oh, damn.
True that.
He's right, dude.
He's right, though.
Oh. Yeah, he said, Ant said, have fun rotating them during practice. Yeah, that's crazy. 5 fucking quarterbacks, man.
Yeah. All right. So I went on my quarterback rant. Our next pick after Kyle McCord, who I love that pick.
Kyle
McCord will be a good quarterback in this league, but not here because Tanner McKee will probably, if anything ever happens to her, will be the heir apparent, or it'll just be her. So shout out to Kyle McCord. He's a South Jersey kid. Much love to you, kid. He'll be a good quarterback.
Cool,
it probably just won't be here. It won't probably get like a second round pick for him in the future. It's a good move by Howard.
Well, let's take a little break here. Let's do
love it. I'm gonna grab
hit
a beer.
That like and subscribe button. Go Birds, right?
Yeah, guys, help our algorithm and like, subscribe, and ask other people, your friends, just hit like or subscribe. Help us out. It helps our algorithm. We want to get up to 500 followers, like my boy Philly Stifle over on Trending AM.
Watch Dog Wrestling on YouTube.
DAWT. Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators.
Other promos here. Let's see what we got. We got where is the Dubby? Big energy drink, natural energy drink. If you're working out or gaming or whatever, doesn't give you the jitters, all natural. Dubby, promo code, big game, hit that QR code. If you like cigars, Puff Sip Chat, promo code Big Game. Hit that QR code. Jeff, I know you smoke cigars. Why don't you check that out on top there, Jeff? All right.
I got White Owl blunts. And I'm about to go get lifted. Yeah, that's how it started last week. You did the fucking cigar ad, then I'm over there rapping fucking Method Man.
What's in the fridge? What's
in the fridge? Let's see. Oh, shit.
A lot of fight-ins. Treehouse. I got some deep fried beers. I got some fucking New Image. I got some Lyric. Some RAR.
What's a black and silver label cans?
Which one?
They're like upside down. It looks. Oh, they're all upside down. Look at
That's
you,
how I
fancy.
store my beers, kid.
You so fancy. This guy.
I am fancy. If I'm anything,
Wow.
I'm fancy. It's the Merchant from Fidens. They're going with some new labeling.
Oh, okay.
This is the old school Fidens labeling, just same age.
Right.
But remember these?
I like the old school, like the whole.
I do too. I do too. I don't know why they went with the
paper.
change.
Pretty neat, man.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why the change either. I didn't think, but whatever. That's not up to me. But I thought they were fine with what they were doing. But whatever, they didn't.
Ed said, "Get Treehouse to sponsor." he's so right, dude. He's so right.
Well, if there's anybody that sponsors that promotes Treehouse beers more than me, I don't know who it is, except for fucking maybe their owner.
Oh, that's hilarious, dude.
He's right though. All right, so you're like, I talked to you earlier, like I'm going a little bit lighter than I was like, I understand. I thought I was going to too.
Rocking some Big Game Network t-shirt.
Nice.
If you go on our YouTube channel, there's a shop in the links, and you can buy a BGSE Network gear or Two Birds One Show.
You should please help support the show, guys, and the network. Whoa! I tell you what, it's always about this time of the show when the gummies kick in and my sense of smell goes tenfold. And this is already a great smelling beer, but this is Treehouse's Orange Treat. The take on their Super Treat, but with
shit, okay.
Oh, dude,
that's gonna be good, man.
What
I like Super Treat, but the Super Treat's like a little too gummy, sweet. You know what I mean? That's probably damn good, man.
Oh, good Lord. Are you listening, Tommy? Whoa. Let me tell you what. That beer's the next level nose, dude. I'd put that as an air freshener in my car.
Nice.
Woo, boy, you're talking fucking mandarin and tangerine with a lighter underneath, burning a little bit. That's the nose I'm getting. That is a great smell, a little burnt. Almost like if you were making a fucking marmalade or something, dude. That's fantastic. Tons of orange. I'm getting mostly tangerine and fucking mandarin, but I'm getting some clementine.
Cool, man. Because I do like Super Treat. I like Mega Treat and all that. But I always find it like too candy sweet. But,
it can be. You're right. It can be.
The Orange Treat, that'd be it, man.
8.3 and
oh damn.
Right. I know. Why did you tell me, woman? What you tell me, woman? Yeah. So I'm going with back-to-back 8s on this fine evening. Listen, I worked a long work week. I was in there fucking in the salt mines all week, 72 hours.
Yeah, I got a comment here. Jeff said, Rick, have you had the Planet Punches here from Tired Hands?
No.
Thought I opened a can filled with weed. It was amazing. Okay. Nice.
Dude, you lucky dog. I wish I did. That sounds fantastic. And shout out my buddy Bill. He went to that event too. Was raving about the Tired Hands event, and he's headed down to RAR this Saturday morning for the release they're about to do for the Star Wars week. I'm like, dude, Bull, it's going to be so fucking packed, dude. Like, DeeTer, you need to look it up. The amount of breweries and beers they're going to have at this beer fest and RER, where they're at right now with their dude, it's going to be fucking insane city, dude.
Yeah, man, I've been liking the RER reviews you've been doing and such. They've been putting out pretty good stuff.
They've found the cheat code to Contra. They're over there like up, down, left, right, BA start. Seriously, they found the Contra cheat code. I'm like, DeeTer, I'm not. Listen, I'm not pumping myself. I usually don't go nuts and like I have to get this beer. Listen, me and you both, we've had it. We've been to the mountaintop. But man, whatever they're releasing every week, I'm like, I gotta get that shit, man. I just paid $15 for a can of the most recent release they did with Conclave.
No way, dude.
Yeah, wow. Don't tell my wife.
Aunt said they have a blue beer for May the 4th. Oh, nice. Which is my birthday.
Yeah, it's a sour. I know it's your birthday. I wasn't going to wish you a happy birthday this year.
Oh shit! I know. John and the guys from Audubon are going to be at
shout out to them.
Toadwood this weekend. They're having their craft beer festival. They always do it around this weekend. It's at the Toadwood in
Is it Oakland?
Oakland. Yeah, it's in Oakland.
The original, the OG.
I was going to say Collingswood, but it's Oakland, right?
Yeah, Oakland, and then you have the Barrington location too. But that's
right.
Yeah, Oakland is the OG network. Barrington's, the corporate, the Matrix network. Don't get me wrong, I like both of them a lot. So I love Toadwood beer.
The guys asked me if I was going to
Toadwood
go.
beer.
Well, I think it's going to be raining all weekend, man. So I know last time it rained, it was a bit messy. You know what I mean? You can't sit and drink a beer out in the rain. You know what I mean? Like. So we'll see.
I have many times, but you're right.
Yeah,
I don't. Right. Unless I'm at a concert,
Yeah, if you're at a concert, that's understandable. You know what I mean? But at a beer event, it's rough, dude. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I like this beer. Yeah. Oh, it's watered down.
At a beer event, it sucks. At a concert, it's a plus. Dude, I remember seeing Jimmy Buffett in the pouring rain in Camden. It was awesome.
I was at a Glass Barrow beer fest, and it was pouring rain, dude. It was just mud everywhere, and like the lines for the porta potties were so long, and everybody's just getting soaked. I was like,
yikes, dude!
Beer events in the rain, not fun. But
no,
Jimmy Buffett in the rain, probably fun.
Yes, sir. That's one of the more memorable nights of my life. That was an amazing show, dude. Amazing show, amazing. It's just sometimes the energies work, man, and when it does, you remember they're the things they're the meant to be moments. I mean, that's
right
in the book you're in. Like, okay, let's highlight that paragraph. You know what I mean? I hear you. I hear you. Yep. Anybody, if I ever told somebody from somewhere else in the country, I'm like, I mean, they'd be like, what? I'm like, I mean, like, what are you saying? I'm like, I mean.
I love like Philly. You walk around, you're like, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" It's like, "Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?" There's never like, "Hey, how's it going?" Well, it's going pretty good, but it could be a little bit better. How you doing?
We don't care.
We don't care.
That's just our way of saying hi.
Yeah, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? There's no story behind it. You know what I mean? Like that's it. What's
up? How you doing? How you doing? I mean, sometimes I've answered how you doing with you. I mean.
Well,
seriously, how would I spell that? I mean,
when I first started working over Philly, man, and it'd be like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's going good and this and that." And they'd be like, "Shut the fuck up! Get the hell out of here, man! Nobody cares.
Fuck out of here."
Going. Oh shit!
Tight.
I love Philly, dude. I
love Jersey, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I love Jersey. Nothing wrong with Philly. It's part of me too, but I love Jersey, dude. South Jersey, fuck North Jersey, and fuck the
South
Giants.
Jersey and Philly is very similar.
Well, it's the same thing. It's what I mean. Yeah, I mean.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean. You got to get a sound clip. Yeah, I mean.
I'll go like, oh shit. So Coors Light.
Did you catch it?
No, I did not catch it. I totally fell to the ground. But I'll bring it back to Huggies. I love the Huggies, man.
Good for you, man.
When you're drinking a domestic beer, you don't care about what it looks like. You gotta have the Huggy.
That's a good point, dude. Keep that shit cold. When I want my mass-produced macro pilsners, I want that shit ice cold. I don't want to taste that shit.
So such watered down piss. It's so great.
Listen,
I gotta go light, dude. So hey,
I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm having after this? When I go in to play my online poker and listen to classic rock, fucking Heineken Light, 3.2%, 97 calories. Don't let me fool you up on this, motherfucker. As soon as I get out of here, I'm drinking Heineken Light all night.
Oh man. Oh, so back to the draft.
All right. By the way, this is really fucking.
Oh shit!
Good.
Yeah. Say that again.
It's Orange Treat from Treehouse. Do you remember when you were a kid? I don't know if you remember. Do you remember like Five Alive, where there's it wasn't quite orange juice, like it was like orange drink. What was it? The high five or something?
A high five,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's what it's like, but with hops. Like it's a hoppy. It's really fucking good.
Sunny D, man.
That's what it tastes like. Sunny D with a lot of hops in it, dude.
Just pure sugar and a little splash of orange in there. There you go.
What do you think? What the fuck do you think beer is? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta get in that. Hey, Mike Rozier, I gotta show. But by the way, dude, every time I do a beer review, he says how many times I say Go through our show. And how many times I say yeah, I mean? No, in this show I say yeah, I mean. But in my beer reviews I say
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta let's get back on the draft. Let's
get
this
I'm gonna say this to America because I know they're concerned. Yes, America, my gummies have kicked in. I'm okay. Still here. All right, so next round.
We went through the quarterback, right?
Yes, this pick is special to me for the reason that he's from the U of M, baby. Miles Hinton, offensive tackle, University of Michigan Wolverines. Just beat Ohio State this past year. Punch him right in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, man, that was awesome.
Yeah. And by the way, I know Ohio State won national fucking title or whatever. I don't know who did, but we beat them and we punched our lights out. So Miles Hinton, offensive tackle, Michigan, 6'7", 332 pounds, extremely versatile. He played 20 games at right tackle, 11 games at left tackle. Probably could slide him in the guard, a la Mekhi Becton if you had to. He's a swing tackle. He's good depth. He's got great placement, hand placement, and hand activity. I think he's a guy you could. We lost Fred Johnson, the big swing tackle. I think you're looking at a guy that probably could be his replacement. And I love that. You're making picks that ain't sexy, but they need to be made. It's like when you go to a grocery store. Yeah, I can't wait to get the steak and the chicken, this, that, and the other. Oh, yeah, but I also got to make sure I get onion powder. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean? So you got to make sure all the parts there. Is it a sexy pick? No, but Miles Hinton out of Michigan, he's a good pick. He's a swing tackle guy that could probably play several positions as a depth guy. He won't probably start for you, but if somebody gets banged up for a few plays, he'll come in and play at like 3 different positions.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean. You better get a new button. We just found a new segment.
Shit. Yeah, dude, I do need like some audio, like fucking shit that Big Game has. He's got like the whole audio
Big Game. Please edit our fucking show, dude. Seriously. Yeah, I mean.
Oh shit.
All right. So next pick. I love that we got a tackle there. I wanted to get offensive line depth. Next pick kind of surprised me. He was still there. Is Cameron Williams, the tackle out of Texas, 6'5", 335. He's mostly a right tackle in college, but I think he's a really good player, and I think because he had a bad, I don't know if you remember that college football game earlier this year, against I think Georgia. I think he got really dominated, and his stock really went down. Had he played great in that game, he probably would have been a first or second round pick. For him to fall there, we got really lucky. So yeah, he had one bad game, and Cameron Williams, I think, might be your eventual replacement to Lane Johnson, almost like Cam Jurgens was groomed by Jason Kelsey. I think Cameron Williams is going to be the guy that Lane Johnson grooms, and in 3 years will be your starting right tackle. So get used to that name. Cameron Williams out of the University of Texas. Like I said, 6'5", 335. I think he's a really good player. I think he's a steal of a pick. This is a guy probably should have went in the late second round.
So we got 2 tackles and 2 linebackers this draft, right?
So far,
those positions.
The Rick's story goes on.
There we go.
All right. So yes, we got 2 tackles. We got 2 linebackers. The next pick is our last pick in the draft, and I'm shocked in a sense that he was there. And when we watched in 10 years, probably a good chance this guy might be the steal of draft. It's Antoine Powell-Ryland, edge rusher out of Tech. I think he originally was with Florida. Wasn't so much in his first few years. Those last few years, especially his past year, was probably one of the most productive pass rushers in the country. I think he led all college football or was top 3, and he had 16 sacks, 25 and a half total takedowns of the quarterback. He's a high motor. I mean, his numbers just jump out from an edge rusher's position. So, and I think people are underestimating because he's 6'2", 242, and they're saying, well, he's not big enough. And I remember a lot of people saying a lot about Nolan Smith in his first year in the league and didn't do much or put up much numbers, but by year 2 became a dominant force at the edge in this league. I think you're looking at the same type of player, and I think you got a steal getting him in the 6th round. That was a fucking steal.
Nice.
So that's our whole draft, ladies. I know everybody was waiting all week to hear me say thank you.
Beautiful
Real
work
quick,
there, Ricky. Beautiful.
I just want to say I also have the players we signed to our practice squad.
Oh shit! We dive into that too.
Yeah, I'm a draftnik, dude. That's people are one day are gonna look back and like I gotta watch the archives of this shit. Mel Kiper, who? Just kidding. Yeah, I'm a big fan, Mel. Practice squad. Number 1 player I like this guy. His name is Maxim Hook. Number 1, cool name. Safety, Toledo. Do you recognize that school?
Toledo?
Yeah.
Ohio, Toledo? Or...
Yeah, the school.
Yeah.
I asked because that's where we just drafted our superstar stud cornerback Quinyon Mitchell from last year. He went to Toledo.
Okay.
So we drafted Maxim Hook, the safety from Toledo. And guess what, DeeTer, by the way? It's Quinyon Mitchell's best friend.
Ah, cool. Very
Howie,
cool.
Smart move. Guess what, DeeTer? In 3 years, we're going to have to sign Quinyon Mitchell. The best, by then, will be the best cornerback in all of football, and he's going to get huge money. But maybe having his best friend here, that's incentive to one. That's the reason why the Eagles just picked up.
That's reaching there, man. That is
playing chess.
Reaching.
That's playing chess when other people are playing checkers, sir. Also, Allah, did you see who's fifth?
Man.
Did you see whose 5th-year option was picked up yesterday?
No. Sorry,
Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis.
Nice.
Right. Huge deal. He's now here for the next 2 years. Guess what, DeeTer? You know who his best friend is?
Who?
Jalen Carter, his roommate and college teammate from Georgia. Do you know who you're going to have to sign in 3 years and get the highest contract for defensive player ever? Jalen Carter. So do you think it's maybe good business to keep their best friend here? Do you think they might sign for a little less?
Tracing it out. Yep, I got it. Putting the dots together.
I'm playing chess, sir. Howie's playing chess.
Bring the friends on. As long as they have friends there, they don't care about those millions of dollars.
Say you had a great job and you're getting paid really well, and they hired your best friend. You're like, well, this other company's offering me $1,000 more a year. Like, no, I'm staying here. My fucking best friend's here because I work my best friend. Yeah, listen, it's a
I'm all about
however you want to angle it, it's a good move. It's a good move.
Some people want the money.
Smart.
Yeah, some people do want the money.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's not. You're talking $100 million difference. It's talking about do I give a hometown discount, right? As compared to I do not. Listen, however you want to cut it, it's a smart move by Howie. It really is. Bringing back Jordan Davis and bringing in Maxim Hook, your 2 best defensive players, along with Zach Mullen, are Quinyon Mitchell and Jalen Carter. You just brought both of their best friends on the team. Not a bad thing. You're not insulting anybody. That's a smart move. You're like, look, I want these guys around. I'm going to help them feel comfortable and fucking enjoy their time. Smart move. I'm sorry. I got to put it as a great move. Chess, checkers. We're playing chess.
Well, that's why
we're the Eagles and the Giants are the Giants. That's the difference. We see what Saquon Barkley is, where they don't. We just signed a Dory Jackson, former Giant, and Ojolari, former Giant. Both those guys are going to come here and fucking flourish. You know what I mean? Because
this is the practice squad that you're talking about, though, right?
Right. Like, but what I'm saying is, practice squad is still with the team. They just don't dress on Sundays. So he's hanging out with his best friend, every day. It's not like the practice squad is practicing over in Scranton, Wilkesboro. Still part of the roster.
I hear you. All
right. So that's the first person on the practice squad I want to bring up. Howie, smart move. You're an incredibly intelligent dude. I love it. The guy's playing chess. Next one, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know any of these other players. To be honest, they're some of them. I know we signed Colin Pierce, big tackle from Rutgers. I think we paid him the most of any rookie free agents we signed. You get a certain allotment of money to sign rookie free agents, and they gave him a high majority of it. So that tells you that Howie thinks this kid is really good and he'll make the team. So you're talking about another big tackle they brought in. Christ, this guy's 6'8", like 350. He's a fucking monster of a player. Wide under the radar move, Howie. Who knows if he's going to make but great moves. So that's Holland Pierce, the tackle out of Rutgers.
I got a good comment by Ant. He said, bros before dough.
He's smart.
Bros before dough.
Listen, that's some Confucius shit. That's some Confucius. Man who go to bed with itchy ass, wake up with stinky finger. Great advice. I love the way Ant thinks.
What the fuck?
All right, so next, that's Holland Pierce and fucking what do you call him? The fucking Maxim Hook, the Quinn Young's best friend. The other guys I don't know nothing about. I'm not going to say the name. You got Lance Dixon, linebacker Toledo, another guy that went to school with Quinn Young. Howie must really want to re-sign him. Darius Cooper, wide receiver. By the way, from a college I've never heard of, Tarleton State. Never heard of it. If you can look it up on your magic window box you got there and tell me where it is. Okay. I watch a ton of college and do a ton of homework. I never heard of Tarleton State. Brandon Johnson, safety from Oregon. I don't know. Maybe. Might make the team.
Is it Tarleton with a T?
Tarleton. Okay.
Let's see. It's in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, Stephenville, never heard of it.
Me neither. Probably had UFO incidents there.
Yeah.
Brandon, so we got Darius Cooper, wide receiver out of Tarleton State. So we'll remember him when we're making video games about him 30 years from now. You also got Brandon Johnson, safety out of Oregon. Don't know much about him. I don't think he was very highly ranked in safety. He's probably not in the top 20, but who knows? BJ Mays, cornerback, Texas A&M. Same thing. I don't know. Does he make the team? Probably not. Taylor Moran, wide receiver, Wake Forest. I don't know. I have no idea. And my final two is two running backs. Montrell Johnson, the running back from the University of Florida Gators. Did a little bit of homework on him, but I don't got a ton of information. He transferred after his sophomore year. And last but not least, probably my favorite name in this year's draft of Eagles, Shunderick Hell, running back from Central Arkansas. Shunderick, boy.
Shunderick.
That's if I'm rooting for anybody to make this team, it's Shunderick, pal. You heard it here first.
Pal.
I'll get the jersey.
Pal. That's his last name, Pal.
Well, I like the Shunderick. I mean, can you get any better name?
Oh shit!
I love it,
dude. That was a great draft review. That was a beautiful.
Thank you.
So, we're almost at that hour mark. Do we want to dive into Phillies or
I do because I do have a few things to say about the Phillies. I know I bring it up a few times, but he always said shout out to us, always promotes our show. Shout out to Philly Stifle, doing trending in the AM on the STT network Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. It's a great show. It's a great crew. One thing I'll say about the crew over there, they bash the Phillies hard, man. They're really hard on the Phillies, but hey, teach your own. I don't judge people on their fandom. Hope people don't judge mine. But we talk a lot of Phillies, and they're hard on them. But I think the Phillies, look, they lost tonight, but they just won 4 games in a row. Listen, this is April, May baseball. Everybody, I feel like in the city has the football mentality where every single game, people are going fucking bonkers. Like, yeah, they lost tonight. Guess what? It's going to happen like 50 more times this season. That's baseball. It's 162 games. Listen, the Phillies are right there in the mix. Just listen. Just get me there towards the fight, and in the end, I want to get hot and knock somebody out. And I think that's the Phillies this year. I really do. It's just a team that's hanging out, waiting for the knockout. By the way, I know a lot of people go nuts. I don't know why everybody goes crazy about the leadoff position. I get it. I want to set the table and score runs. Yeah, I get it. And in 1942, I wanted to get them 1 and over and get them in 2. It's a day and age now. Look, just give me fucking runs however you get them. I don't care. I don't need you stealing bit or whatever. I don't need suicide squeezes or whatever. And people are like, well, Schwarber should have stayed in the leadoff role. Listen, I'm okay with it. And that's fine. And I said all last year, why bury the guy for being the leadoff? He hits a ton of home runs. It puts us up 1-0. But I'll tell you, I went in, I said, let me, look what Schwarber's numbers are, where he's batting now is in the 4th position, cleanup. And batting 4th, he's batting 304 with a .458 on base percentage, 4 home runs and 14 RBIs. Batting leadoff, he's batting 200. With a .349 on-base percentage, still 4 home runs and 7 RBIs. And when he batted 3rd, it was the worst of all, 133, .258 on-base percentage, 1 home run. But my point is batting 4th, he's still getting the same amount of home runs, 7. But the difference is, batting 4th, he has 14 RBIs, as opposed to when he leads off and hits a home run, he only has 7. So it's great that he did well in the leadoff, but if he's giving me double the RBIs by moving I'm taking it 10 times out of 10.
Very good. Okay.
That's my Phillies rant. And one last thing before we close out. I know they finally fired John Tortorella way too late. You guys fucked up. You dropped the ball. But I'll say this, guys, 3 times now. The hockey gods offered you your solution at head coach. Should have been Craig Berube, but you dropped the ball. And then it should have been Christ, the name's forgive me. Boston just fired their head coach mid-season this year, a guy that was one in the top 3 winning percentages the last 5 years in the NHL. And they dropped the ball. They didn't bring him in and fire Tortorella. He ended up signing somewhere else. I'm like, Flyers. The Penguins just fired Mike Sullivan. The guy won 2 cups in Pittsburgh. Danny Briere, I know you listen to our show. That's your hire. I know he was talking. Listen, I love Ricky Tocchet as a Flyer, but I don't need another Flyers retread. Rick Tocchet has 11 playoff wins, the same as Dave Haxtell. Mike Sullivan has 2 Stanley Cups. Do not, Danny, Keith, if you're watching, I hope you watch our show because I'm probably the best GM in town next to Howie. Hire Mike Sullivan. Do not hire Rick Tocchet. He's a great Flyer. Let him be a great Flyer. We don't need him as our head coach. Bring in Mike Sullivan. The guy's a winner. He just coached Team USA. He has 2 cups with the Penguins. He knows how to win. That's your move. This is your 3rd chance. Dan, you missed this one. That's you. You're gone. Get it right, Dan. Hire Mike Sullivan. That's my Ricky rant. Hit the button, kid. I need the button on that one.
All right, but I do have one.
We're going on a Ricky rant. We're going on a Ricky rant. We're going.
Go Birds.
I do have a comment. Ann said Dallas drafted a Williamstown guy. Do you know about that or no?
Yeah, I did hear something about it. And by the way, I wanted to bring that up. Did anybody else catch? So Dallas in the first round drafted a guard from Alabama. And did you see what his first comments were?
No. What did he say?
Quoted saying, I'm going to go bitch smack that Jalen Carter on the Eagles like he ain't got nothing on me. Are you serious?
Are you kidding me?
That's how you wanted to come into the league?
Wow.
Hey, kid, guess what? You got to root away. You just fuck with probably the baddest dude in the NFL. It's on you.
Wow, dude. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that was another good show and awesome job doing a draft review there, Ricky. Thank you so much. And check us out next Thursday, 10 p.m.
2 birds, 1 show. That's it.
There you go. Later.